Wow, no! Yes! I got it! I almost died, but I got it. Potato soup. I have some red potatoes left and some russet potatoes left. So I'm just going to utilize them before they go bad. Normally, when I make potato soup, I make a loaded baked potato soup that has lots of sour cream and cheese and butter, and green onions and bacon and all those baked potato fixins, and that's really good. However, Keelan can't have dairy, so no cheese. It'll still be good. It'll be good. It'll still be good. You see, I have 2 pots on the stove. They're both heating up nicely. The big pot actually has, you guessed it, chicken stock. I'm going to boil the russet potatoes in chicken stock. Why? Because flavor. In the small pot, I'm gonna cut up these little reds into like smaller bite-sized pieces, but I just have normal water for that. I have to get better at learning how to talk and cook at the same time, you guys. You gotta understand, I'm cooking for my family after a long day of doing crap, and I'm tired, and I don't like the time change. It always messes with me, so just bear with me. I'm going to peel the potatoes entirely because, yeah, you can eat the skins on a russet potato. It's fine when you're doing mashed potatoes, but I'm going to be using these russets to be like the base of my soup, so I don't really want these skins. So did we all survive the election? Are we all still friends? Can we still hang out? We're fine. Quick rinse. You don't actually boil anything, okay? You might see over here, I've got everything to a rough boil. I have brought the water and the broth to a boil, but as soon as I put my things, whatever it is, in the water, you need to turn the heat down. I'm just gonna cut them into 4s. All right, I'm gonna put these in to the boiling chicken stock, and then I'm gonna turn the heat down to like medium high. It's hot. You get burned in the kitchen, what can I say? Okay, now these, the little red potatoes, it's not necessary to take the skins off of them because the skin is so thin. It actually adds a little bit of flavor. It's got that sharp potato-y flavor. I'm gonna go stick these in the boiling water and then turn the heat down. Fork tender. As you can see, both potatoes are fork tender. The fork goes through them nicely. The big russets took like probably about 20 minutes, and these took like 10 to 15 minutes to get fork tender. Immersion blender. These are basically like poorly made mashed potatoes. But essentially I wanted to make like a potato paste. All I gotta do now is thin it out with some chicken stock until I have the consistency that I want. So you know what that means, kids? More chicken stock. I don't know how one makes it in the kitchen without chicken stock. I just use it for everything. So really I'm just mixing it around until I get the consistency that I want, adding a little bit at a time. I feel like I don't want to add any more chicken stock. I think that's a good consistency. I've got some lumps in it. Okay, a little onion powder, just a little bit, just to give this well-rounded, deeper flavor. Some oregano, tarragon, because tarragon is awesome. Salt and pepper for sure. All right, we're dealing with starch. When you're dealing with starch, potatoes, rice, pasta, you cannot be chinchy with the salt. You have to use a lot because starch really absorbs the flavor. Okay, we got something going on here. This is starting to look good. Just a touch, just a little bit. Just to make me feel better about life. So this is a pretty good base for a potato soup at this point. You can add heavy cream, just a little bit, to kind of thicken it up, to kind of, make it a cream soup. It's a cream base. I can't really use dairy in my everyday weeknight cooking, so oat milk it is. Oat milk is pretty thick, and I've never used it before, so just a little bit to start with, see how it goes. See how it kind of gives it a less of a translucent color. Ow. This thing gets hot. I feel like it could use more. That's not what I meant to do. Don't forget about your lovely little red potatoes. Now we've got this beautiful bite. We got something to bite into. It's not just a bowl of liquid disappointment. Look! Okay, if you can make mashed potatoes, you can make potato soup. Hey, and just as a little side note, I highly recommend that the next time you make mashed potatoes, you make it this way with the chicken stock. I'm gonna obviously have to put a little bit of butter in here. It's not really butter. It is, it's a spread. It's non-dairy. Why? Because flavor. And there you have it. It's a bowl of potato soup. This is how you make your mashed potatoes taste like KFC mashed potatoes. Beans are done.